Hey guys and gals, Undead 12335 again, doing the video right after that last one. Just like I said, I'm going to be reviewing Borderlands 3 today. Um, I've got probably a good 60, maybe 60, 70 hours into the game. I'll give it 60. Um, really fun game. I have some qualms with it, and I will say I prefer the second one over this one for one reason. It was just, there was so much more you could do, and the quests were more varied. It wasn't this whole, half the quests in this game are literally the exact same crap. Guard a doorway. Oh, they're Malawans swarming in. And there are going to be spoilers in this video. Malawans swarming in. Guard the door while I get it open. And I'm sitting here just going, oh my god, it's Destiny all over again. It's Destiny all over again. There's a lot of missions like that in this. A lot of it is, it's wave based. It's really, it doesn't make sense. It's really stupid. Another thing is, when you first start this game, it will beat the crap out of you. This game has the hardest start to any Borderlands game ever. For like the first hour and a half, you're going to struggle. Actually, make it 2 to 3 hours. You're going to struggle because the weapons in this game, they're either really good or they're really bad. Let's start first with gameplay. It is so much smoother than Borderlands 2, and especially 1. 1, it was very inconsistent. It was fun. It was a fun shooter, though, but it was sort of modeled after the Call of Duty movement system. Run, jump, hop into cover, let your health regen, get out, take a couple shots, and move on. 2 was modeled after like an RPG. It has, you can actually influence your stats a little bit better. 3 plays like Destiny meets Borderlands 2 meets Call of Duty with something else thrown in. It's phenomenal gameplay. Everything down to the ground slam, to the way the guns behave. The guns in this game feel amazing. They really do. They are so good. I actually went and got the Super Deluxe Edition. I will say this cover is not as cool as the Borderlands 2 one was, with him doing the whole thing like that, blowing his head off. But yeah, the gunplay is just so smooth, and the way the guns work. Almost all guns have an alternate firing mode, like Vladov assault rifles and stuff like that. They're modeled after AKs, which is really cool. And had been wanting this, and a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, they finally did it!" They're modeled after like AKs. They basically, you can shoot them. They fire really slow. They hit really hard, but they have like either a grenade launcher or a shotgun on the bottom of them. You press down on your D-pad on your PlayStation or Xbox. Also, sorry about I'm shuffling around, guys. I'm standing here, and this camera is about 4.5 feet off the ground, so it's a little annoying. But I'm very happy with it. They're like some guns, like the Dahl rifles in this game. They actually shoot in more than just single shot or burst. You can get them full auto. Some of the best weapons of the game are Dahl rifles because they shoot fully automatic, and they all behave pretty much like a SCAR from Call of Duty. They hit hard and they're like boom, 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 boom. They have a really chuggy fire rate. It's awesome. There are some weapons that a lot of people don't use, and I've noticed this. Atlas weapons, Children of the Vault weapons, and Malawan. Malawan, it's almost all beam-based weapons, or it shoots like little energy blobs and stuff. It's really weird. It's like they fire like the plasma rifles. And a lot of the Hyperion SMGs look like the plasma rifle from Doom, just saying. I'll get into a little Easter egg with that in just a second. The COV weapons, Children of the Vault weapons, they suck. The Atlas weapons, most of them are like these little arm-mounted guns. They are really weird. They don't behave properly. Torg weapons are okay. They don't hit like they used to in this game, it doesn't seem. Speaking of weapons and stuff like that, Easter eggs, there's one weapon in here. Spoiler alert, it is a legendary shotgun, double-barreled shotgun called the Hellwalker. It is literally the shotgun from Doom, the reboot of the series. And every time you fire it, you hear it plays the first few notes of the Rip and Tear song from Doom. And what's cool about it too is, since I'm playing Flak, I have a crit build. Whenever I fire my guns, it has a chance to not use ammo. And if I get a crit, it gives me it can refill my ammo. If you're spraying with this thing, you can clear rooms. It's so good, and it hits so hard. You can hit someone with a shotgun, and you just watch them go flying. It doesn't kill them all the time, but they go flying. You get bonus melee too because it has a little like hook on the bottom of the handle. You can just like hit someone with it. Really, really cool. The actual ultimates in this game, they work a lot better than they used to. That's the ult for my guy is basically I think it's called Gorillas in the Mist. You go invisible, you get 3 shots to basically, and they're all critical, and they do like a crap load of damage. You melt bosses. You melt bosses in this game. The bosses themselves, they're really, really varied. My only issue is they went the Destiny route, and yes, they went the Destiny route because this is the only game I know of that has this in it. Almost every boss in this game is health gated. Almost every single boss. You'll do a little bit of damage, and if you see the little ticks in their health bar, that you're like, oh, here we go. Here we go. They grab an immunity phase for like 10 to 15 seconds for no apparent reason. Go do something. They throw some guys in the arena, let you waste some more ammo, and then they come back in. Other than that, I have no complaints about the gameplay. It's smooth. You can mantle, but the mantling is a little inconsistent. You should be able to mantle any and all surfaces, not just certain ones. It's really, really stupid how that doesn't work. It doesn't work. The ground slam, it's cool, but you don't use it all the time considering it doesn't do enough damage. It really doesn't. It should at least knock a shield off when you do it. You can slide now in this game, and when you slide into somebody, you can actually sort of kick their feet out from under them. I can tell they also took a little bit of inspiration from Bulletstorm with this because a lot of the times it plays a little bit like it too. That was the other game that I was missing. It plays a little bit like Bulletstorm, which I'm okay with. That's a guilty pleasure. It's a very, very good game. Art design in this game, it looks so freaking good. There's a city in this game called Promethea. It is basically, it is a giant city. If I remember correctly, it is Malawan. If I remember correctly, it's I'll be honest, the story's so bad I didn't really pay much attention to it. It's really that bad. It's bad. It's like worse than Borderlands 1 bad. But it is beautiful. There's like these neon signs everywhere, and just it looks like there was if there were people here, it would look like a living, breathing city. It's really, really cool. Story-wise, it sucks. It really does suck. You're fighting the Calypso twins, Tyrene and Troy Calypso. They're basically, one of them they're both sirens, but the thing is, one of them can leech powers and the other one can absorb them. One guy is a parasite. Troy is a parasite. He basically has to keep getting fed siren powers or people's energy to keep himself alive. And Tyrene is she's just a douchebag, pretty much. No, like, they're horrible villains, and apparently that was the feeling that was the thing they were going for. Terrible villains. This whole game makes fun of pop culture and of modern society and stuff like this, especially gamers and YouTubers. The whole thing, they are basically Twitch live streamers that are putting on murder shows, and their motto is, don't forget to like, favorite, and obey. Seriously? Or like, follow, obey. They have different ones. They're basically live streamers, and every time they do something cool, they're like, hey, get the camera in here, get the camera in here. Check it. Hey, check it out, look what I did. They're like that. It's stupid. It's really, really stupid. And they really don't pose much of a threat. They don't pose much of a threat. The only time that they actually pose a threat is, and this is another spoiler warning, I'm going to put that in the title of the video, they steal Lilith's powers. They steal Maya's powers, and they pretty much... Maya gets killed off in this game. She gets killed off. A few other significant characters die in this game, including Lilith herself. She dies at the end of the game. And the ending of the game is really... It's trash. It's trash. They try to go for an emotional note. Lilith basically sacrifices herself to close a vault and blows herself up for no reason. And her symbol of the Firehawk basically gets emblazoned on the moon. And then it plays the song This Girl Is on Fire. That's it. She didn't have to sacrifice herself. I think the actress who played her was just sick of it and done. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Another thing is too, speaking of voice acting, they censored the crap out of this game, dude. Torg is the only one that says F-bombs, and he is bleak like he used to be. There's almost no humor in this game. There's swearing, but it's not Borderlands, man. Another thing is too, the characters that used to swear and were crazy, you don't get to see enough of them. Brick, you hardly get to see him. Zero, Mordecai, you get to see him once. Tiny Tina, everybody wanted to see Tiny Tina all grown up. You do like 4 missions with her, and you don't hear from her again. She's not funny in this. She's not the all around the sky, this world. She's not doing that anymore. She's not Borderlands 2. I get it, she grew up, so she couldn't be as la da 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 like Kitty and stuff with it. But I mean, come on, man. She is the most iconic character in Borderlands. People have pretty much forgotten everybody else. Roland, I could care less about Roland. I really didn't care much about Roland. But yeah, the end game in this game is much better. The only thing is they are very, very, very generous with legendaries. I played a Circle of Slaughter last night. I believe it's called the Cistern of Slaughter. It's the smallest one. It is literally the size of a shoebox. It's literally about the size of this room that I'm in right now. This room is probably a good, I'd say maybe 15, 20 feet. And it's about that size, and they just cram you in there with enemies. Within 5 minutes, I had like 15 or 20 legendaries laying on the ground. They very generous with legendaries in this game. So you can, I'm kitted out for endgame already. I had a friend invite me to a game at level 38, and I was kitted out for endgame in less than an hour. My character's done, and I'm not even a quarter of the way done with my second playthrough. I just made it to Athenas. So yeah, the end game could use a little bit of work. Thing is too, I'm seeing a lot of repeat weapons. A lot of repeat weapons. Some weapon types do need to be buffed again. I'll say that. Proving Grounds. Really, really cool. They're basically strikes from Destiny. You go through, you kill a bunch of enemies, and you fight a boss at the end. La-di-da. That's it. What else is there aside from that? I can say the achievements. The achievements is a well-balanced list. The locations you go to, they're pretty cool. Promethea is really, really cool, but my favorite is still right there on Pandora. The starting area you're in, pretty much. It feels like home. It's familiar. They did a lot of quality of life changes with this game, but they also did some stuff that really should not be done. Like forcing you to buy your cosmetics now. You have to buy them with Iridium. Why? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I already have to pay for them, and I'm already having to find them, and they're rare drops as is, and now I have to pay for them again? Doesn't make sense. You can put camos on your guns and stuff like that and skins. It's cool. Some of them are alright. I will say this, and Gearbox, you were screwing up so much. I don't know why they thought this would be a good idea, and I've seen people, and they're like, oh, well, it's to make it more meaningful, as game developers always say. Used to be whenever they put a shift code out, it was good forever. It could last forever. Now they only put them out and they last an hour to 2 hours. And they put them out at 3 in the morning. They had a code the other day for 25 golden keys. It lasted for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You know what time it went up at? 4:30 a.m. California time. 4:30 a.m. I'm at work at that time. Most of the people on the East Coast are either getting up, getting ready for work, or either taking their kids to school at that time. Make them last for 2 to 3 days. And give out more than one. That chest already doesn't give crap to begin with. When you played Borderlands 1, especially, the remastered, that chest is how I kidded myself out. Because it gave better stuff than the loot drops in the base game. And I'm just going to say this, the Borderlands 1 weapons sucked. Almost all of them sucked, except for like 1 or 2. Seriously, fix this. They do have some events coming up around Thanksgiving and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to because the ones with Borderlands 2 were pretty cool. We'll see what happens with this one, but I mean, so far this game's like I give it a solid 8.9 out of 10. It has some work to be done. Phenomenal game though. I'm glad I bought it. I really am because I hadn't played Destiny in almost a month. It was taking this took up my time. Before that I was playing through Borderlands 1 to finish it. I hopped on a little bit of Witcher and then I'm like, "Oh shoot, Borderlands 3 comes out." And it's awesome. Oh, cool thing. You can actually send your friends loot now. Via mail. Another thing is too is if you get enough kills with a weapon vendor type, like enough kills with a doll weapon, doll will send you a weapon. But I found out it's on a rotation. It'll go everything from first it'll send you like a shotgun or a rifle, then this and this and this and this and this. It goes in a rotation, and as you play along, the quality goes up, 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 which I thought was pretty cool. And you can send those to people. A friend of mine, she's actually a lower level. I think she's maybe in her mid-20s right now. Since I'm already maxed out, almost everything that I'm getting that I don't like, I send to her because she can either sell it or use it. Once she hits level 50, she's going to be kitted out for the end game, and she can. And I'm sending her really good stuff, and I'm doing it to other people too. The only thing is, it's going to make an issue like with certain games that are looter based and stuff like that you can actually give weapons to people. People are going to start farming, and they're going to get god rolls on stuff and really good weapons, and they're going to start selling them. I considered it myself because I had that stuff raining like crazy last night. Yeah, I know this review's been all over the place, but I wanted to have it be mayhem like Borderlands itself is. The thing is mayhem modes. There are 3 mayhem modes: mayhem 1, 2, and 3. Mayhem 1 is okay. Mayhem 2 is right in the middle. It's tolerable. It's basically what Ultimate Vault Hunter mode was in Borderlands 2. And in this one, Mayhem 3, you guys need to do some serious tweaks because I've seen enemies regen health. They take they do plus 100% damage, and you do 100% less damage. You regen health slower. They regen their health instantly. It's basically it's forcing you to play with other people, and this is true as well. The more people you play with, the loot reigns in this game, man. And don't worry about losing a lot of it. In your ship in here, you're actually on a ship called Sanctuary. That is basically your hub for this game. It's actually really, really cool and more fleshed out than the ones in the previous games were. It is basically every single thing. There are bounty boards. There's Marcus's on the ship, Moxie's on the ship, Ellie, Crazy Earl's on the ship who sells you your iridium stuff. Whenever you actually fight something and you lose your loot or you can't get to a legendary, if you get, I've had legendaries drop and I've gotten booted out of games and I'm like, oh crap, I lost it. You go back to the ship and there's basically a machine that scoops them up and it holds it for you. You can upgrade the storage and then you go over and click empty and it'll just spit out all the best weapons that you have recently gotten. The thing is too, it's very good at picking out curated weapons. Like there's a bunch of purple weapons here and there's versions of them that are anointed, which are basically like a specific, they do a little more damage, they're a little better, and they have a specific perk. Like I have one that's made specifically for Flak. He gains, whenever I land a critical hit with this particular weapon, basically it refreshes his abilities faster. It works really well with my build. Whenever I get my build is made around crits. Whenever I land crits, I have the ability again in about 5 seconds. It works well. Has stuff like that in it. It's really good about picking those out over the other stuff because I've had a lot of trash laying on the ground and I'm like, I wonder. I picked up all the legendaries that I could and I left the other stuff there. It only picked out the anointed stuff and gave it to me. It picks out the best of the best, it seems. And then I just go and sell it and do whatever. But yeah, I'll give it a solid 8.9 out of 10. Could use some work, but other than that, I highly recommend it. Sorry this was all over the place, and but yeah, check this out, man. The one I have has a season pass, has a super deluxe edition. The gold weapons skin pack, I can't get it to work. I mean, I really can't get it to work. It doesn't make any sense. And this is apparently supposed to be the. This shows how cheap companies are getting nowadays. I just wanted to show you guys this. This is your instruction booklet now. They don't even include the instructions anymore because almost every game is based off the exact same control scheme nowadays. But yeah, phenomenal game. I highly recommend it. Pick it up if you haven't. Now I'm going to get back to some farming. Thanks for everything, guys. Hope you guys liked this review. Sorry it was all over the place. Expect more videos. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.